I got something really cool to show you today. I went for a walk the other day and my camera was bouncing up and down a bit, so I bought this thing called a Haroun, and it's really cool. It's a bit heavy though. I'm gonna show it to you here. I'll show you here in the mirror. See that there? See if I can turn around. And what you can do is, this is a joystick, and you turn it around, and this thing here can go from a tripod to a stand. It's a bit heavy though, so we'll see if it works. And the cool thing is that you can double click the button, and it'll turn around by itself. Is it double or triple click? Double, there we go. And then triple click. There we go, and it comes right back. So, all right, this will be my first time using this. So what I want to do today is, this will be a really fun lesson, but it's not gonna be that long because my youngest one, Dylan, wants me to take him to see that new Mission Impossible movie. And he showed me a picture that you can't unsee this once you take a look. If you do a search on Tom Cruise's teeth, you'll see he has one tooth right in the middle. Just do a Google search on his teeth and you can't unsee it. It's kind of funny. Anyway, all right, so what I want to talk about today, since I'm taking Dylan to the movies, I'm going to show you a couple of movie clips as well. They'll be really, really entertaining, or as I call it, edutaining. So we're going to talk about venture capital today. And I'm going to talk quickly about the history of venture capital, which is fascinating. And you can always just fast forward me to watch the video I made. It's about a 20-minute video, or 30 minutes, I think. And I made it for my students in the MBA classes I used to teach at, just to teach them about the history of venture capital. And so it's really interesting because the reason that, let me see if I can stabilize this. There we go. All right, sorry about that. The reason that venture capital exists here in the Bay Area is because of Sputnik. And y'all know that Sputnik was when the Russians sent their first rocket into space. And it was the early 1960s. And Americans were brokenhearted because the Russians beat them. And so what the JFK administration did was they created NASA in order to beat the Russians to the moon. And in order to do that, they had to fit, NASA had to come up with a way to put about 100,000 little transistors into the top part of the rocket called the fuselage. And they didn't have the technology to do that. And so what happened was, these guys that were working at this company, they hated where they were working at, and they were referred to as the Traitors 8. And these people left, and they started their own semiconductor company. And that company was successful in creating that microchip that helped NASA put the first person on the moon by 1969. And then what happened was that company got too big and bureaucratic, and it split up into lots of other smaller companies. And this video will explain exactly how that works, and it's fascinating. Now, at the exact same time, oh, and by the way, out of that company came Intel, Nvidia, and other great chip companies as well. And what also happened at the same time in the 60s was massive social unrest in the United States. And it was interesting because there was, like, America, I love it here, but it's a land of extremes, extreme opinions. And you had the war in Vietnam, and a lot of people were protesting the war here in the Bay Area. And a lot of them came from Berkeley, great university across the Bay Bridge, okay? And what happened was, there were these students that were rioting at Berkeley. And the riots spread down to Stanford University, and I'll take you to Stanford one day as well in one of these walking trips. And in the late 60s, about 400 people took over Stanford University, students, took over the administration building. And Stanford administration didn't know what to do. And not many people know about this, it's interesting. And so what happened was the administration gave in, and they were really cool about it. And they said, okay, fine, we'll share everything. And they allowed students and teachers to start their own companies. And then everything was shared here in the 60s. Everything, and I mean everything, right? Can't believe it's legal now, crazy days. And so what happened was, you had this peace movement and hippie movement out here where people they just have different ways of looking at things. People are really laid back here. And most people here, at least 50% of the engineers I know of, and the founders of great companies are from other parts of the world. And the whole system just works well here because there is such a massive rebellion. I'm wearing my rebel hat here, Star Wars. rebel movement against society here. That people, I don't know, they're kind of passive and they want to share ideas. You had just incredibly passionate entrepreneurs here, like Steve Jobs and many other people that just were pacifists and wanted to share and just change the world. So it's really cool. And sometimes I'll get different governments will call me and they'll say, how can we put Silicon Valley in our country? How can we do that? And what a lot of people don't understand is that it's not something you can do overnight. It took about 50 years for it all to develop here. In the 60s, you had the semiconductor sector, and then the hardware sector around that with Hewlett-Packard, right? And then you had software companies like Oracle. Project Oracle was the first CIA database project, by the way. That was their big customer. And then you had the internet, obviously. And the internet, as we know, was created with military projects, spending, to see if the United States East Coast could talk to the West Coast in the unlikely event that a nuclear bomb came from the Soviet Union. And this is all part of these videos that I'm going to show you in this next little clip here. But that whole process from the early 60s until today, it's about more than 50 years. So it took 50 years to create this kind of fertile Tigris and Euphrates technology crescent. And that's why it can't be built overnight anywhere else. And the last thing I'll say, and this might sound a little bit controversial, but when I came down here to the States and started working here and started teaching as well at nights, I realized one thing about American students, regardless of whether they're born in this country. American students, again, regardless of whether or not they were born in this country, American students are #1 in the world in the most important economic category that nobody talks about, which is confidence. And with confidence comes the ability to sell a dream, to sell something boring like cloud computing to the world like Mark Benioff does. Great salespeople come out of the educational system in this country. And again, most of them weren't born here, especially here in the Bay Area, where about half or more than half of a lot of the successful entrepreneurs and engineers were born somewhere else. So it's really, really interesting. And I guess what I'll do now is I got to run to go to that movie with Dylan, Mission Impossible. It's supposed to be really good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with this clip. I think it's 20 or 30 minutes that I made for my my MBA students to explain Silicon Valley in a really entertaining, edutaining way, I should say. And what I'll do is not only will I go to Stanford to show you the campus and meet some of the professors, but we'll also go to Sand Hill Road and we'll check out where Sequoia is, as well as Kleiner Perkins and these other great venture capital firms. And Sand Hill Road is like Wall Street, but for the West Coast for private companies. Okay? So click like if and only if this was helpful, and subscribe if you want to. And I will see you mañana. Thank you.
I knocked. You guys got a phone. Wait a minute.
Come on, gang! It's time to go!
No, that can't be good.
All personnel, it is now 1 minute to 0 time. Put on goggles or turn away. Do not remove goggles or face first until 10 seconds after first light.
Oh, that can't be good at all.
Bomba! Alla giaggiuzza! Wait! Wait! Stop! Sure, great! Don't wait for me!
I Minus 15 seconds. Minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
To respond to all the threats and the rhetorical speeches of the Soviets. Mr. Khrushchev said we will bury you. I don't subscribe to this point of view. It would be such an ignorant thing to do if the Russians love their children too. How can I save my little boy from Oppenheimer's deadly toy? There is no monopoly of common sense on either side of the political fence. We share the same biology, regardless of ideology. Believe me when I say to you, I hope.
He tried to impress Khrushchev with America's advances in color television.
There are some instances where you may be ahead of us. For example, in the development of the thrust of your rockets for the investigation of outer space. There may be some instances, for example, color television, where we're ahead of you. But in order for both of us to benefit, you see, you never concede anything.
There is no historical precedent to put the words in the mouth of the president. There's no such thing as a winnable war. It's a lie we don't believe anymore. Mr. Reagan says we will protect you. I don't subscribe to this point of view. Believe me when I say to you, I hope the Russians love their children too.
That is one price of greatness. And the Americans who swept this one out at Cape Canaveral know their fledgling is on the spot.
Regardless of ideology, save us, me and you, as if the Russians love their children too.
After rising but a few feet, the three-stage 72-foot rocket loses its thrust. The remarkable slow-motion films tell the rest of the story.
It was a national humiliation. The world's press had a field day. Something had to be done in a hurry to restore confidence in American technology. To the rescue came a former German rocket scientist, Werner von Braun. His team had been working on a military missile known as the Redstone. Hurriedly, the Explorer satellite was fitted to it. It worked. The race in space was between capitalism and communism, a competition the West feared Russia was winning. Russia was bursting with pride.
Diddle-dum-dum, diddle-dum-dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked and covered.
Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so we have to cover up in our own way. Paul and Patty know this. No matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Sundays, holidays, vacation time, we must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes. Duck and cover. That's the first thing to do. Duck and cover. First, you duck. Then, you cover. You duck and cover tight. Duck and cover under the table. It's a bomb. Duck and cover.
He did what we all must learn to do.
You and you
And you
and you. Duck and cover.
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
NATO intelligence sources report a massive buildup.
Clear ground.
External post check none. The president is presently in direct communication.
There are 3 Soviet tactics deployed.
Current world intelligence situation, and you might pay particular note to the nuclear submarines off the east and west coasts.
Having already captured NATO advanced positions. Hey, any of you guys hear anything about an alert?
I really don't think either side wants to be the first to use a nuclear device.
It's not a question of who, but where.
East Germany sealed off the borders to West Berlin.
It's not gonna happen.
4 principal West German access corridors.
It's crazy, but not that crazy.
I don't believe this is happening.
We have a massive attack against the U.S. at this time, ICBMs. Over 300 missiles inbound now.
Either we fired first and they're going to try to hit what's left. But they fired first and we just got our missiles out of the ground in time.
This is not an exercise.
One millisecond takes you beyond imagining, beyond tomorrow, and into the day after.
God. I'm back. I'm home. All the time it was... We finally really did it. You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! Damn you all to hell!
Hey, you're a good man for doing this. Good.
Okay. There was this man giving a little talk, and for some reason he was wearing an American flag for a shirt.
I'm gonna bring up some soldiers.
And he liked to say the F word a lot. F this and F that. And every time he said the F word, people, for some reason, well, they'd cheer.
Tell us a little bit about the war, man.
War in Vietnam?
War in Viet-fucking-Nam!
Well, there was only one thing I could say about the war in Vietnam. Well, there's only one thing I could say about the war in Vietnam. In Vietnam,
I'll beat your head in this goddamn boiler! Jesus Christ, why are they doing this? This one, give me that! That's it!
that's all I have to say about that.
That's the right on, man. You said it all. What's your name, man?
My name is Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump!
Jenny! It was the happiest moment of my life.
If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. If you're going to San Condemnation is what I understood.